This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Who's next on the chopping block? Mikey Garcia, aka Beat My Face In, aka the Human Pinata. So, all of a sudden, because you fought Jesse Vargas, that was paid to lose. Yes, that was a paid to lose fight. Because Jesse Vargas did not bring the Adrian Broner Jesse Vargas. He did not bring the Manny Pacquiao Jesse Vargas. Because if that's Jesse Vargas would have showed up, there's no way Mikey Garcia would have had a unanimous decision. See, this is stuff that I talked about. Y'all saw it in the community post. I told you guys, the fight was going to go one or two ways. If the real Jesse Vargas would have showed up, it would have been a split draw. Because that's what Jesse Vargas does. He makes these fighters have a draw, or he makes them look bad. But Jesse Vargas was getting beat up by Mikey Garcia, a guy who got mangling punishment by Errol the True Spence, a guy who got 1,200 punches done up on his ass, a guy who didn't know which weight class he wanted to fall on. You saw he ran his ass so fast away, his rabbit ass away so fast from the 135-pound division. He ran so fast away from 140. And I hate to do this, but I have to do it. Let me say it again. I hate to do this, but I have to do it. Let me say it again. I hate to do it, but I have to do it. Didn't want to do it, but I have to do it. Didn't want to do it, but I have to do it for the number 3 of confirmation. The truth of the fact of the matter is, Mikey Garcia is suffering from early onset Parkinson's. Let me say it again. Early onset Parkinson's. He's going to end up like Muhammad Ali. That's the facts. And people need to see this for what it is. The man has been beat up. He's been regressed to an Uber, a Lyft, and hold up. Hey, taxi, Tijuana cab driver fighter. And what they did, that's why he ran his rabbit ass away from PBC. He didn't want that free smoke from Danny Garcia. He's not going to fight him. He didn't want that free smoke from any of those guys in the welterweight division. Your Dennis Ugas. Come on, man. These guys? Sean Porter? Don't make me laugh, man. Mikey Garcia knew what he was doing. Errol the True Spence beat his ass up so bad he ran his ass to Matchroom Sports. Now he's talking about Terence Crawford. We know what that is. He want that get back with Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford set his ass up. You know, Terence Crawford is a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Let me say it again. A chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. But sometimes Terence Crawford has his moments that makes even he knows the sport laugh, dog. And I got to give Terence Crawford the salute of the day on this one. What did he say? What did he say? He said, I know Mikey Garcia ain't going to survive against Errol the True Spence. He better survive. He set Mikey Garcia's ass up so that Mikey Garcia could survive in that damn fight. Because he understood. Terence Crawford understood the Aztec warrior. He understood that Mexican, basically bullshit come forward style. That you know, in order for you to gain respect in the Mexican community fan base, you have to survive a damn fight. Terence Crawford set his ass up to get the punishment that he got. The tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work. The levying onslaught of punishment style. Terence Crawford knew Errol the True Spence was going to punish this motherfucker up. But he wanted Mikey Garcia to get that punishment. And Mikey Garcia realized it way after the fact. Still suffering from effects of CTE issue. Still suffering from the fact that he's pissing amber. Still suffering from the fact that he's still fucking slurring. Look at his movements. Look at how much slower his steps are in that fight. Come on. Y'all could see that. Go back and watch the fight. Mikey Garcia is a completely damaged fighter. Errol the True Spence ruined this guy. That's the truth of the fact of the matter. Jesse Vargas did not take advantage of it because we all know what time it is. Ever since he moved his ass to Matchroom Sports, Eddie Hearn ain't been promoting Jesse Vargas, right? Jesse Vargas been basically an announcer. He ain't been getting fights. And that's Jesse Vargas' fault. Let me say it again. That's Jesse Vargas' fault. So he needs to keep the foot on his own damn neck. Let me say it again. He needs to keep the foot on his own damn neck for making the wrong move. Should have brought his ass over to fucking PBC and be done with that shit. That's Jesse Vargas' fault. They gave him extra on the back end to lose because they understand that Jesse Vargas is what we call a gatekeeper. He's not an ultimate variation of a gatekeeper, but he's a gatekeeper. And this fight was to give Mikey Garcia some relevancy at the welterweight division. Let me say it again. It's to give Mikey Garcia some relevancy at the welterweight division. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. You know, he knows the sport greatness personification. It can only be halted, dog. It can't be stopped. Let me say it again. He knows the sport's greatness personification can only be halted. It can't be stopped. The truth of the fact of the matter, just like he knows the sport has the hoodie. You know, when I rock a beanie or I rock a hoodie, you know what time it is. I'm coming in what? Ultimate truth-telling fashion, because I'm the ultimate truth-teller. In this free thinkers movement, that has been the progenitor of Hino's Sport and Tom Ross, because we are the progenitors of this movement, meaning i.e. the pristine forefathers. It's this. It allows you to think freely. It allows you to be a truth teller, and it allows you to tell cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth. Anyone that wants the truth that'll what? Set you free. It hurts, right? But the truth will have its day. You line your ass up with this free thinkers movement. It's a true and a rare movement in boxing. That's the truth of the fact of the matter. And in this movement right here, we tell the truth. Mikey Garcia couldn't land on a fucking division. So they had Errol the True Spence beaten, had to run his ass away. The regress version of a Uber, a Lyft, and a whole up. Hey, taxi, Tijuana cab driver fighter. So they had to give him something so that he can have something that is left in his boxing career. But here's the thing. He fights Terence Crawford in his condition with the delayed reaction that I saw. What I saw was a guy that was suffering early onset of Parkinson's in the boxing ring. That's what I saw when I watched the fight against Jesse Vargas. Terence Crawford and his chihuahua barking behind the damn fence will pick his ass apart. Mikey Garcia shouldn't even think about fighting Terence Crawford, because he will get exposed. He will get done up. And in Terence Crawford's flawed DNA fighter style of hit me, I'm gonna hit you back, he will expose Mikey Garcia. Even though that style is a style that should get him exposed, not against Mikey. Mikey's damaged, man. He's damaged beyond repair. Let me say it again. He's damaged beyond repair. This is why you see him going around doing lullabies talking about Errol the True Spence greatness. Man, I understand why they call him the truth, because there's no lies in his damn fist. Let me say it again. I see why they call him the truth, because there's no lies in his fist. The beating that Mikey Garcia got, he can never come back from that shit. But here's the thing. Mikey Garcia has what we call homoerotic euphoria. Let me say it again. He has homoerotic euphoria. Because look at what he's talking about now. He's talking about some cockamamie after he fights Terence Crawford. He wants a rematch with Errol the True Spence. That tells you that homoerotic euphoria is, I want to feel the pissing amber, the concussions, the fucking slurring again, because that's a state of euphoria. It's kind of like the same level of excitement as a motherfucker busting a damn nut. Yes, it's a euphoria, because that's a euphoria. He wants to feel that shit again. He loved the pain that Errol the True Spence brought on his ass, and he wants that shit again. Some motherfuckers love pain. And Mikey Garcia is telling you that when he says the cockamamie of, I want a rematch against Errol the True Spence, that's a guy that's clearly suffering early onset of Parkinson's. That's a guy that's suffering CTE protocol, and that's a guy that's suffering brain issues. That's the truth of the fact of the matter. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. And like the Tibetan master that I am, I apply what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It busts his pipes. Mikey Garcia's beatdown that he suffered by the hands of Errol the True Spence is the same as what Floyd Mayweather did to Canelo Alvarez. You can never escape that level of beatdown. It's scarred on your boxing career forever. This is Hino's Sport. Check it out.